Let's get brutally honest for a moment. When I look around, I see men capable, ambitious, intelligent men quietly stepping away from the dating game. Not because they're bitter, not because they can't get women, because they've done the math, and the numbers don't make sense anymore. You can call it loneliness. I call it clarity. Ask yourself something. When was the last time you saw a couple under 35 that looked genuinely happy? Not performing for Instagram, not playing house for likes. Actually happy, peaceful, affectionate, grounded. You probably can't think of one. And that's not an accident. We've built a culture where being single isn't the sad choice anymore. It's the logical one. Because modern relationships, for most men, have become high-risk, low-reward investments. Imagine sitting at a casino table where the entry fee is your time, your peace, your finances, and your emotional stability. 70% of the players lose everything. Of the 30% who win, half say it wasn't worth the price. Would you still sit down? That's the modern dating market for men. The rational exit. I had dinner with my cousin a few months ago. 34, fit, educated, solid income, own apartment, confident but grounded. He hasn't dated in 3 years. Why? I asked. He said, every time I open a dating app, I feel like I'm applying for a job I'm underqualified for. Think about that. Dating has become a corporate audition. Every man expected to be 6 feet tall, 6 figures deep, emotionally fluent, endlessly confident, but never arrogant, strong but soft, dominant but gentle, a body like a soldier, the mind of a therapist, and the humor of a stand-up comedian. Meanwhile, many of the women making those demands bring little beyond an entitlement and self-importance. They confuse attention with value, validation with worth. It's like trying to sell a used car at the price of a Ferrari because you put a new sticker on it. The silent boycott men aren't withdrawing out of weakness. They're opting out because the cost-benefit equation has collapsed. They've watched their fathers lose houses in divorce. Their friends lose children in custody courts. They've seen good men mocked online for providing, protecting, and committing. They've seen women brag about using men for dinners, validation, and fun, then turn around and cry that there are no good men left. You know where the good men went? Home, to the gym, to their business, to their peace. They've realized that in the modern world, peace is more valuable than love because love without respect is chaos. The economy of effort. Here's the truth. Most won't say out loud. Men have no incentive left to give their best. They can work 60 hours a week, pay every bill, stay loyal, stay patient, and still be told they're doing the bare minimum. Our grandfathers built homes, raised families, and were honored for it. Today a man could build an empire and still be told he's not emotionally available enough. The word gratitude has disappeared from modern relationships. Everything's transactional now. Affection, attention, even intimacy. All conditional, all temporary. No wonder men are walking away. The illusion of infinite choice. Social media has destroyed women's perception of reality. Every average woman now believes she deserves an elite man. Because once in her life, one messaged her online. She mistakes digital attention for real-world desirability. She thinks every like means potential. But attention isn't investment, validation isn't commitment, and fantasy isn't love. What happens when 90% of women chase the same 10% of men? Most end up chasing ghosts and resenting everyone else for it. the collapse of reciprocity. The tragedy is that the solution isn't complicated. Most men aren't asking for much. We want loyalty, peace, kindness, respect. A woman who's pleasant to be around, who values partnership over competition. Not perfection, just reciprocity. But even that's too much in a world where the average woman has been told she's flawless, while the average man is told he's never enough. That imbalance kills attraction faster than anything. You can't build connection when one side feels owed and the other feels exhausted. The male adaptation. Men have adapted to loneliness the way humans adapt to winter. We built shelter. We found meaning in solitude. We turned silence into freedom. No nagging, no manipulation, no emotional landmines. Your money, your time, your peace, all yours. And once a man tastes peace, he never goes back to chaos. Women think men are afraid of commitment. They're wrong. Men aren't afraid of commitment. They're afraid of wasting it. The law of consequence. Every year, more men opt out. Every year, more women wonder where they've gone. The truth is, the men didn't vanish. They evolved. They stopped chasing illusions. They stopped apologizing for wanting standards. They stopped offering kingship to women who act like jesters. And the cruelest irony? Indifference now attracts more than devotion ever did. The men who cared the least get the most attention. The men who give the most get the least respect. It's not hate, it's fatigue. Reality is the great equalizer. You can call it misogyny. You can cry toxic masculinity. But reality doesn't care about hashtags. Time will correct everything. It always does. Men's options expand with success. Women's options shrink with time. That's not cruelty. That's biology, psychology, and economics intersecting. When you ignore nature, nature eventually ignores you. So here's the truth. Most won't say. Men are no longer failing to attract women. They're choosing not to pursue them. Because they've realized that chasing modern validation is chasing smoke. The final choice. You want advice? Here it is. Men, build your empire. Protect your peace. Lead yourself before leading anyone else. If a woman adds peace to your life, keep her. If she adds chaos, let her go. And women, if you want good men back, stop mocking them. Stop competing with them. Start appreciating what they bring to the table. Because eventually, you'll look around and realize the strong, kind, loyal men you ignored are gone, not bitter, not broken, just free. And when that happens, it won't be men who lose. It'll be society itself collapsing under the weight of its own delusion. Because when men walk away, the world stops moving.